Good morning, everyone. It is morning. My hair's not even done, but I was reading in my journal here, and I wanted to share you a past entry I put down in 2008, and it's talking about. Well, I titled it a study on prayer, finding a quiet place. And it comes from Matthew 6, and we're going to look at verse 6. But when you pray, go into your room, and when you have shut the door, pray to your Father who is in the secret place. And your Father who sees in secret will reward you openly. And then I'm just going to read my notes because I thought it was so good what I wrote, and really it gives us something to think about also. I have often had many good times in prayer by myself and God, in a quiet place alone with God, without anyone around. I can be myself and really talk to God about things in my life that no one knows about, that otherwise I have missed if I was with others. The many blessings that come by being alone with God in the secret place. I have also wondered why they call it the secret place here in this Bible, in the Bible passage we just read. I think it is because it's a place where no one knows about, a quiet place away from others, who God can see and reward you openly with all His blessings as you pray. And then the full Bible passage is, you can find it in Matthew 6 through 15, and it talks about prayer and stuff. But I wanted to pinpoint the secret place. You know, when you go in your room, you shut the door, and you pray to God. You pray to God by yourself, alone, where you can have a deep meditation. You can hear from God. You can receive from Him all His blessings. Years ago, I didn't have a nice study room like I have now, and in this study room we have a room set aside just for prayer. But I didn't have that years ago, so I would go hiking, I would go walking, I would go drive my car to wherever the next town that was 15 minutes away, driving, or even to this day I have a 10-mile gap between the main town here and where I live. So I use that time sometimes to pray. There's been other times where I've been not able to be alone because I was at camp, I was at different things, so I would cover myself up at night and with a blanket in my bed and pray underneath my breath. That was the secret place. So there's many places. You don't have to have like a prayer closet or a special room dedicated for that. It's nice if you have that, but just be alone with God. Even if you're in I believe even if you are never alone, 24/7, and there's no privacy whatsoever, you know what, in your head, in your mind, in your, you know, as you're thinking, maybe go in the restroom, you know, or just sitting there, and maybe you're watching the show, but you're not really watching the show. You're communing with God and kind of zoning everything out, you know, and just having quiet time, talking to God in your head. I like to call it silent. So I thought this was very interesting, you know. This entry was, like I said, in 2008. And it is a very interesting, I got this, when I wrote this, it was like at almost 9 o'clock in the morning. And it was on a Friday, in December. So it was, I'm enjoying, if you haven't journaled, to get a journal, and this one's almost all full with all kinds of notes. And I don't journal every single day. Sometimes I go years, months, weeks, sometimes every single day. But I look back and they bless me. And then I always, like on this one, I put like, I don't know if you can see it, I put 2, or I'll put like the date of, where is it? The date that I started this book to the end, because I want people to look at this and grab, and they'll go, wow, this is really interesting, I'm going to read it. I believe that God is going to minister. He's ministered to me so many times by just picking up a journal and reading it that I have wrote. And God ministers to me many times. Sometimes it's things like in a Bible study. I'll just look through my Bible and go, oh, that's a really powerful verse, so I'll write it, and then I'll write a prayer or my thoughts on that. Sometimes it's just a prayer, talking to God. Sometimes it's just what I've learned in my day. There's all kinds of methods. There's all kinds of ways to start a journal. You can find them online anywhere. But I've never done research or asked anybody, how do you start this? Can you show me? It's great if you have that, but I'm kind of shy and I don't ask a lot of questions. I'm learning. If you don't ask questions, you won't learn. So that's something the Lord's teaching me. It's okay to ask. If people don't want to be bothered, they'll tell you. But it's okay. It's okay to ask. Hey, I hear that you journal. Can you show me how to journal? That's, you know, just. But I asked the Lord many years ago to teach me how to journal, and there's not a right or wrong way to journal. I believe there's not a right or wrong way. It's personalized. It's you, you know. So I like these ones. This one's kind of old, but with the binder here, because you can open it up easier. It doesn't fall apart. This one's really good. If you can see it, it's like I said, the date on here was 2003 when I started this, and is still in wonderful condition. I'm sure it wasn't cheap. No, it wasn't. It was like $17 for this, but the quality is perfect. I mean, this will never, unless it gets wet. And I was thinking, some countries, they don't allow Bibles, but if you did like a journal and then you went to a country and you could actually, and it had a lot of scriptures in it, you could actually pass your journal on to somebody that otherwise doesn't have the scriptures. I mean, it's like, here, I'm giving you part of the Bible, and they can learn, and God will show them, and if people look through it, God can transform those words into just a journal. Okay, that's a journal, let her go through, I believe that this book has enough scripture in it that if God told me, give your journal to somebody, that they will know God. That's it, you guys. We'll talk to you later. Bye.